Tonight, I want to talk about a topic that I feel incredibly well versed in because this is the life that I live. I live this life daily, and I feel comfortable discussing and talking about this topic. And it is about beauty, and it is about radiating youth from the inside out. Now, a lot of these photos and videos that I have here are taken years apart. Some of them were a while ago, and some of them are more recent. And I've been able to keep the integrity of my body and the form of my body for many years. And I'd argue that I haven't fluctuated much since I was about 14 to 15 years old. Now, there have been seasons of my life that have been more challenging than others, and my body and my spirit has deeply reflected that. But I'm thankful that I am resilient and that I am an overcomer, and that over time I've seen these seasons of life grow me as a person. And I truly believe that beauty and youth come from the spirit, not just from the outward appearance. The outward appearance is a reflection of the inner radiance, if you have it. And my hope for you is that this is something that you can work on. This is something that you can study. And if you would like to become more beautiful, if you would like to become more youthful, I really see beauty as a addition to what is truthfully there, which is a body that is able, a body that is strong, a body that is lithe, a body that is able to move. I move my body a lot during the day and a little bit during the night, not as much during the night as during the day. But at morning, I am really working on, I don't want to use the word perfecting. I don't like the word perfection. That's really what I want to steer away from in this video. I just want to talk about how I'm able to keep what I have and how I've been able to keep what I have had for so many years, where people will say or people will believe that I am half my age, which is really beautiful to me and still kind of surprises me because I'm starting to see changes and I'm accepting these changes gracefully. But when I look at the big picture, I don't look like most people my age. I know that I don't. And I know that that is because of my lifestyle. I live a private life. I live a quiet life. I live a life that is relatively stress free. There definitely are things in life that are stressful, yes. And I've overcome a lot of things. Not that I'm going to get into them in this video, but we've all had challenges in life, right? But you have to choose if you're going to let those challenges destroy your body, or if you're going to let those challenges be as lessons, and then you learn from those lessons and you grow, not just from a physiological standpoint, but from an intellectual and spiritual standpoint as well. So, hydration is key. I hydrate my body beautifully with many different types of teas. I hydrate my body. The top two would be spring water and tea. And in the past, I've thought about gatekeeping all of this, but I just don't feel like that's something that I want to do. I am in the process of working on something greater for you all that will be available for purchase. But I just wanted to come on here tonight and talk about beauty because it's one of my favorite subjects. And again, I really feel that beauty comes from within, and it is an inner spirit type of thing where your body is so strong. Like I don't do this every day, but I do forms of body, like lifting my own body weight. That's a really big one. Lifting my own body weight and cardio. I'm not a professional athlete. I would never say that I'm not really into sports, but I am very much into staying active and being vibrant. And that's not just with the physiology of the body, but that's also with learning things and intellectually stimulating myself. That's very important as well to me, to be a wholesome, well rounded person. So, what else do I want to talk about? I want to talk about farmers markets. Farmers markets are really important to me because that is where the really beautiful bioavailable foods are. Those foods are so fresh, they're so vibrant, and it's so much better than what you're going to get in comparison to some type of takeout or a type of grocery store available food. I know it's extra effort to go to the farmer's market, and I know that many of us, like myself, are introverts, and it can take a lot out of you to go to a farmer's market. It is a lot of social interaction. And I know that you may feel like, oh, it would be so much more efficient to just get everything at a grocery store. But I've seen the difference in my body and in my thinking. Another thing with having a healthy body, a lithe body, is that when you're working out consistently, when you are eating beautifully and nourishing your body properly, and you're not starving yourself, this video has nothing to do with starvation. I never want you to starve your bodies to try to feel beautiful. You need to be nourishing your body effectively with all of the right vitamins and all of the right minerals. And that is how you keep your body safe. That is how you keep your body strong. And that is how you live, God willing, Lord willing, to a very, very, very old age. And I don't like using the word old. I feel very young still in my body, even though I have seen many seasons now. I feel very happy that I have had the long life that I've had. And Lord willing, I know that I hope to have a very, very long life ahead of me. But I don't like to use the word old. I like to use the word seasons and growth. We're growing year by year. We are expanding ourselves year by year, and we're learning more from an intellectual standpoint. We're learning more how to become more emotionally safe with ourselves. We're learning boundaries. We're learning to keep our circles small, to live a private life, and to keep our circles relatively small or very small, depending on the legacy that you need to protect. My hope for you is that if you do have a legacy that you want to protect, that you will be a private person, that you will be someone that wants to just keep private matters private. I didn't want to continue this video with just having all photos and videos of me personally. In the intro, I have that. I have the videos of my body, I have the videos of my face, of which those are taken years apart, some of them. I wanted to focus on this beautiful image of the rose for the rest of the video. I believe that roses are so gorgeous. and I liken myself unto a rose as my hair is red. And I just always want my body to be blossoming. I always want my body to be vibrant. And I feel that I've kept that integrity because of the nourishment that I feed myself. I've had seasons of life where I've polluted my body with too much sugar. And for some people, I do believe they would see my restrictions as extreme. But it's really one of the ways that I've been able to keep myself so youthful is the no sugar concept and the no junk foods. No ice cream, no popcorn, no cookies, no sugary drinks from Starbucks. No fast foods. These are foods that are very toxic to the body. Not too much salt in the body. Enough salt though. You need to make sure that you're aware of what you're putting in your body moment by moment, breath by breath. You need to be aware of what you're entertaining. You need to be aware of whom you're allowing into your life, because that really matters in terms of what your stress levels are going to look like, what your emotional state may look like, what your emotional states may be. I only have people in my life that add value to my life, and that's it. I want to talk briefly for a moment about finances, because I feel that there are so many people on this earth that are struggling so profoundly just to get the bare minimum in their life. And that is not a way of abundance. And that may or may not be God's plan for your life. But one way that I've been able to keep the integrity of my body is by being able to be provided for. Whether that's me providing for myself or having someone else be providing for me, all the all of the seasons of my life, the growth stages of my life, all of those seasons I've had either I'm providing for myself or somebody is providing for me, or it's a bit of a mixture. I'm providing for myself and I'm also being provided for, if that makes sense. If it doesn't, I can clarify later if need be. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to have more than just your basic needs met. The foods that I put in my body are higher quality and tend to be more expensive than the junk foods that are readily available on this earth. My skincare products, body care products, hair care products, makeups, all of those things tend to be higher end. And I choose those because I know that after I've done a research on them, after I've researched the ingredients inside of the makeup or the body care, whatever it is, that those are not adding to a toxic load onto my body. So I'm combating free radicals with the foods that I'm eating. I'm combating free radicals with the way that I'm moving my body throughout the day. I don't sit stagnant for very long periods of time. And if I am sitting for a prolonged period of time, I'm praying. Now, the other thing that I want to mention is this. You have to be aware, there's self awareness, there's discernment and decision making, and clarity. I want to kind of wrap all these together in a pretty bow for you. You have to know your purpose in life. And if you don't know your purpose in life, you need to really focus on yourself, not in a selfish way, but in a way of where you're really loving and caring for your body. Now, I live a very private life, but what I do share online is that I have a very extensive beauty routine. And I'll put routine in quotation marks because it varies significantly day to day. Sometimes I'll spend 45 minutes on beauty. Other days I'll spend 3 to 4 hours on beauty. And it just depends what my day looks like for a multitude of factors. And I'm just going to say it like that. So you need to just focus on self preservation, and you need to just love yourself so deeply that you're going to commit to a lifestyle that honors your body. I honor my body with the decisions and the choices that I make. And I feel that honoring the body, living by that, I will honor my body. When you believe that so deeply to your core and you choose that lifestyle that is in alignment with I honor my body, a lot of these things will just start falling away that are bad habits that are not good for you. That is my hope for you tonight, is that you can consider honoring your body and choosing to put away the habits that are destroying your life and choosing to live a life that is beautiful and choosing to live a life where you are truly taking care of yourself.